Okay, let's talk about the difference between crisis Medicaid planning and Medicaid pre-planning. While it seems kind of common sense, sometimes it is misunderstood. So I wanted to put out a short video to tell you what the differences are and when they make sense. So crisis planning is when you have a need for some type of long-term care benefit, whether it's home health care, assisted living, or nursing home care, and you haven't done anything in advance to structure or prepare your assets in such a way or income that you can qualify for Medicaid, and you're doing it at the last minute. That's called crisis planning. Now, that's what most people end up doing, and the reason is because when you do pre-planning, you're literally giving up at least some of the control of the assets that you've worked your whole life to acquire. So in pre-planning, you generally have to give away your assets or give up control of your assets more than 5 years ahead of when you actually need the benefits. So a lot of people don't want to do that. So they don't do anything, and then by the time they realize they really need to do something, they don't have the 5 years anymore. So they just leave it alone, and then when the actual need occurs, they do what's called crisis planning. Now, here's where a lot of misunderstanding comes from. People, believe that, hey, you got to give everything away 2 years ahead of time, 3 years ahead of time, 5 years ahead of time. There's a lot of misunderstanding and misconception out there about that. Well, it is 5 years ahead of time if you're giving it away, giving assets away. But if you're not giving assets away, if instead you're restructuring those assets and exchanging them for non-countable or exempt assets, like I explained in different videos that we put out, there's a countable pocket, a non-countable pocket, and an exempt pocket, and all we have to do is take what's countable and exchange it in the non-countable or exempt pocket, and then the 5 years doesn't apply. The 5 years is when you're giving assets away. So pre-planning requires you to give up control, and it requires you to do it more than 5 years before needing the benefits. Crisis planning, you can do at the last minute, and when I say the last minute, I mean literally somebody's in the nursing home and you've been paying privately for a while. They're fixing to go in the nursing home. They just checked into the nursing home. You see the nursing home coming 30, 60, 90 days down the road, and you want to go ahead and get prepared. That's all crisis planning, and everything can be fixed, even at the last minute, and whichever one of those last minutes I just explained. Doesn't matter. It's fixable. So if you have an immediate need for long-term care benefits, it's called crisis planning. And if you'd like to talk about that, give me a ring. Always happy to help. Thanks for your time.